And then as we started digging, thank God for the Instagram feed that you have to really showcase all of the other
because that's how I met you.
Women slide. Exactly.
Oh my, we didn't even know each other's real names.
Exactly. I know, we were like, maybe it's Miller Style? Like, what's your real name?
I just want you guys to know that my Instagram was purposely done for this reason.
Yeah.
It was
and now look at where we are.
Yes, because look at these women. Get in here.
Yes.
Yes. Rhonda Harper, tell us about this plaque, this beautiful plaque behind us.
The Inkwell plaque. The Inkwell plaque came about because at the time, 2016, there were race riots going on at Samo High. Mm-hmm. After researching Nick Gabaldon, I realized that Nick Gabaldon was half black, half Mexican. Mm. Now, if the blacks and Mexicans are fighting against each other, they're going to need a hero, right?
Yes.
Enter Nick Gabaldon, the first documented African-American surfer.
Yes.
So, Inkwell is the beach that Nick started out on. He was here with Ricky Gregg and Les Williams. I spent like 3 days with Les Williams just trying to find Nick Gabaldon's headstone.
Wow.
I walked through the cemetery in Santa Monica for 3 days in the heat until I found his headstone.
Wow.
Yeah. And Les Williams was on the phone, like, yeah, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. And then, he was out here with a whole bunch of Mickey Munoz, a whole bunch of people.
Oh my God!
Now, here's the gag. If Nick hadn't passed away in Malibu, the face of surfing would have been changed. Mm. Those men, that group of men, are the same men that got on a plane and went to Hawaii and started the whole generation of surfing. Mm. So had Nick lived, right?
Yeah.
It would just be a regular thing. It'd be a normal thing. Well, it didn't happen like that, and the surf industry kind of hid the story. So in 2006, when I saw helicopters flying over Samo High, I had to do something about it. Mm. And this is what I did. I went down to the city on Valentine's Day with my date, stayed all night long. I was the last person to speak. I didn't know what I was going to say. I said what I needed to say. Wait a minute. Auntie. See, I did it for this is what I did it for this generation right here. This is the next generation. This is the next generation of surfers. You gonna surf with me, Bubba? Yeah. So this is why we do it.
He just video bomb.
What is he? Black and Mexican.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
So this is your first Black Girl Surf event. It was beautiful. Everyone came out.
Thank you.
I've met some great people through even your Instagram on Black Girls Surf.
Fantastic.
Through your Instagram has been some amazing women. I didn't even know these many women surf. And you are the founder of the African Surf International. Yes. And also you are a judge for YSL?
I am. I'm an ISA certified judge.
For a long time?
For a long time. I've been an ISA judge with my judging credentials since 2012, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what made you do this Black Girl Surf?
Well, I've been working with guys for 15 years, and you can only take them so far,
yes.
and then they have to, they want to do whatever it is they want to do, and I didn't see anybody, really focusing on black female surfers that were going professional. And then I found Sulin Narisa down there in Brazil, and that really sparked it even more because I had no idea there were even pros in the leagues that were African American. But then again, I wasn't thinking Afro Latina, Afro Asian, Afro, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking African American. But if you look all over the world, there's an Afro somebody.
Yes, it's
right?
an Afro somebody.
It's an Afro somebody. So this is the reason why I do what I do. So those three right there won't have a problem and get vibe like I do in Santa Cruz when they go to the beach.
Exactly. I've even felt that here myself, and that's why I've been attracted to community, and mainly our community, people of color.
Right.
Because, and that's the new buzzword, a trend word, everybody using people of color.
Right.
Black folks, people of color.
Right.
But we always had a buzzword. They're going to have a buzzword for the year. But surfing with guys, it can be brutal. Some are nice, but you get a lot of guys that say even dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Even to this day, like, do you even swim?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
You sure you can get your hair wet?
Absolutely.
Or, you know, just all kind of stuff.
Case story, right down there on Bay Street, right across the street from the old Zephyr shop, which I used to go to all the time. There's a surf shop over there, and I walked in there and I needed a board. I had never surfed here before, and I asked him what type of board for each wave, because there's a board for each type of wave.
Right.
I need to know what I'm dealing with. So he looks at me and he says, well, with your chest you need about a 12-footer.
Wow.
And I knew right then that we needed strong females to represent and cut out this whole sexualized fantasy fetish about surfer women. And here we are now. There's different sizes. Oh my God, there was different sizes, different colors,
yes,
different ages. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it. But
yes,
what I want to say more than anything is that when I did this in the beginning, all I wanted to do was surf with some black people.
Me too.
That's it.
Yes.
That's all I did. And when I looked it up, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to surf with some black people. I didn't know it was gonna.
You found them all. You found them all.
I know
all
them
over
all
the world.
everywhere. I know them from
It's been
everywhere.
so cool being on your IG because most of the people on there, we're like best friends.
Right.
Like we follow each other.
Right.
And there's something about the surf community where we have love for each other.
do.
Majority of women,
do.
when we see, because it's something from, you know, that generational, that ancestry,
Yep.
that carries
Yep.
through our DNA, like, you know, like a recreations thing. Like we finally, it's a connection there from
Right.
for our
That's true.
ancestors.
That's
Like,
true.
wow, we're on this water, we're
Yep.
here, we're, you know, because
We
we're
have been
naturally, yeah, we're natural, we're, you know, the water is kind of indigenous. We're natural in the water. I don't even know how to say the word right now. but-
Anybody that's on a coastline has surfed in
Yes.
some type of way. Whether you grabbed a piece of wood off a tree that fell, coconut tree or something, somebody's used some kind of wood or some object to glide across the water. It's been going on for millions of years. It's not centrally located. And I keep telling people because they keep saying, well, it was here in Hawaii. Okay, so if it was just Hawaii, then why in 1854 was it recorded in Ghana?
Right.
I mean, anywhere you see the Ivory Coast, anywhere, you're going to know somebody was in that.
It's beautiful, and you know what? Natural, because I mean, we are sun people.
We are some people.
Whoever is around the sun, we don't have to put on sunscreen majority of the time unless we're taking vitamins and have photosensitivity and stuff like that.
Right.
But I mean, we're natural, we're coastal people. We've always been coastal people.
Yep.
The coast of
Oh,
Africa,
yeah.
it was just that whole slave trade
Yeah.
that got to our brain where we wasn't in the water. But water is natural for us, and people
is.
thinking that, you know, people have tried to tell us
That we don't
that
belong in
we
the
don't
water.
belong in the water, that we're not natural
people
to
don't
it. It is
swim.
natural for us to once we get over that fear, it's natural for
It
us
is.
to have a natural affinity, a
For
natural
water.
flow with it. Yes.
When I'm in the
Yes.
water, I feel better than anything I've ever felt in my life. I don't know a time or place where I feel better than when I'm in the water.
Yes.
That's just a fact. And I don't know why that is. It's just how it is.
Yeah, it's a ministry.
It is. It's my church. I'm not gonna. I don't need a whole bunch of preaching.
I
just
either.
need the water. That's
Me
all
too.
I need.
It's like you're talking already to God. You're talking to nature.
Nature.
Everything is there. That kinetic energy is touching you. Everything is there.
Everything.
So,
is there.
how did you become such a revolutionary? You know, I think you were telling me a story. Tell me about your mom.
My mom, look, my parents, I have the best parents in the world. My parents taught me how to fight for justice. That's all they did. I was already passing out flyers at the NAACP when I was 5 years old. I come from Kansas City, the state where the Board of Education was judged. So I grew up in, a segregated area, and we were one of the first families to move into an all-white neighborhood. So then that culture shock, and then the change of even your sport, right? Because in the black neighborhoods, it's always baseball or basketball or football. Well, when you go to the other side of the tracks, as they say in Kansas City, they had skateboarding and BMX. I had my first entry into action sports. My mom bought me a Makaha skateboard in 1970 something.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm from the 70s generation too. Hey, black don't crack. Okay, we're young forever. Okay,
for real. That's true.
Especially the surf life.
Yeah, and that's where it came from. I mean, it was the environment. Right? And my parents taught me that you can do whatever you want to do. Don't be limited by your color. Don't be limited by your sex.